guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yasmin. So we're going to start today as a bit of a vlog, and you're going to see a bit of the day in the life, and then I'll chat back to you in the end. So I've got to take down some soft plastics down to the soft plastic recycling at Coles, and I'm just going to say that I am really uncoordinated today, but I don't care, I'm warm. So in Perth, like, winter kind of crept on us very gradually. And in Sydney, every year is like the same. One day, you wake up, you leave the house, it's sunny, and the yesterday was fine, and it's like bang. It's always when it starts snowing and a cold front will come in and it will snow. And I don't really watch the weather report or news that often, really regularly, or pay attention to the weather, and it'll look fine, and it's like, whoa, that happened to me yesterday. I'm just thinking where I feel like walking to today. I don't want to go too far to the beach like I did the other day because I didn't wake up early enough. It's already 10:30 and I've got other stuff I need to do today. I don't know, maybe just like Paddington. Oh, I know, I'll go Paddington and then Centennial Park, Moore Park, that kind of area. That's good. Yeah, I'll do that. I really like these old things in Sydney where they find like what's underneath the buildings and then they restore it. It's heritage stuff. Look. I don't know, it's super cool. There's heaps of this around, like where like they're built on top of things, and then they demolish it and then they see like the old houses and the old stuff. It's like super cool. It was a reservoir. How interesting. Aww. It's like super cool. I just love them. Hello. Hello, Mr. Magpie or Mrs. Magpie, wherever you are. Such nice gardens. People who are scared of birds make me laugh so much. So my girlfriend, like in her stories yesterday, was like, birds are so freaky, they've got like a sword on their face. I was like, I don't even think about they've got a sword on their face. They're super cute. I like birds. So I bumped into this girl. We used to dance together in the clubs like years ago, and I was like, I went to give her a hug and I was like, oh my gosh, because I forgot that we can't hug right now. That sucks. I forgot, like I completely forgot we can't hug. I realized, silly me, I left my other bag at home which has my purse in it, so I can't get myself a nice coffee or hot chocolate and sit down. And this is like a horse track too. My other favourite birds, cockatoo, and they are so, hello, oh, and that's some gula there, hello, you're pretty, oh, and you're beautiful, hey beauties, hey beauty, hello, what are you eating, yum, oh, so many. In the tree, they're everywhere. So many of them. Yay! Everywhere. I'm like super convinced that I was a man in my past life because I don't feel good unless I'm running around, and I don't know. I was definitely a hunter, not a gatherer. So I've made a cocoa, like a hot chocolate, but I make my hot chocolate pretty healthy. I make it with just some organic cacao powder and some, at the moment I'm just using some skim milk powder, and then a little tiny spoon of stevia, organic stevia. You know, growing up in like an Eastern European household, my family would make hot chocolate out of grated chocolate, raw sugar, cream, milk, like really good hot chocolate, but oh my gosh, just like diabetes. I guess like now our generation is so much more aware of, you know, insulin issues and heart disease and everything that, you know, like we make our things a little bit better. But I'm so happy I ran into a girlfriend, as you saw. I haven't seen her in like 5 years. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I went to hug her because I completely forgot about hugs in this situation. Like I haven't seen anyone that I know like at all, like not even that I've seen in the past, you know what I mean? Like someone I've seen in the past like few months. I haven't seen anybody that I know in like 5 weeks anywhere, unless I've gone to the cafe and it's a barista that I already know, you know what I mean? Like, so to see someone that you know for, and you go, oh my gosh, I forgot, like the human interaction of things with this is really, really challenging for me, I find. And I guess like for me to just like forget that, oh my God, you can't hug people. And we don't know when we're gonna be able to hug people again. And that's like a really sad thing. Like human interaction is so important. You know, people say, oh, you know, robots are gonna take over all of our jobs. I don't think so. Robots don't have empathy. Robots don't have feelings. Robots are programmed. Like I think that something that we've taken away from all of this is that the value of human interaction and companionship more so than anything else. We really, really value that. And then I came home and I had a shower and I got into obviously this, but I got a Cameo and I like it literally, so there's Wigs by Vanity. I think I've met Wigs by Vanity once like years ago at a mutual friends like thing. But we have a lot of mutual friends like in common, like a lot of mutual friends, and I follow Wigs by Vanity on Instagram and so does Marie. So when I got this like Cameo, I thought it was my friend just forwarding on one of the stories. It was funny or amusing or whatever. And then she did a Cameo for me. I was so excited. I'm gonna put a little bit in here because
anyway, I want to hope you dominatrix, then you know.
So awesome. I've had such a really good day. So after this, I had like some things I wanted to do. So like the diamantes in this have like, they always fall out. Like nothing really sticks properly to leather. And I had this, my friend's kid, like year and a half year old, came and like picked them all out of here last time, and I just haven't been bothered to put them back on, and I'm out of hot glue, my hot glue gun. So that will probably do the trick actually. If I hot glue gun them, maybe I could just go get some hot glue, and then if I hot glue gun them, but that will really damage leather. So I'll just like re-glue them in. They do fall out from time to time, but I might do that tonight because it's not something. I have to tidy up my linen cupboard and refold the sheets. I guess like also something good that's been happening within this whole situation is I've kind of done things that I haven't had time to do otherwise. So I've set up a Patreon. So there are some videos that some of you guys request and I'm fine to do them, but they're kind of like not YouTube appropriate. So therefore I'm putting them onto Patreon, right? So you can just join there and become a member. I'm also selling a whole bunch of stuff like print media and things, clothes and shoes and stuff that I've worn in scenes or photo shoots and whatever that I've had, and I can't hold on to them. I would rather pass them on to you and you can keep them as souvenirs and stuff. So created an eBay store. So I'm going to also link the eBay store in below, my Patreon, if you want the other videos, like other videos that are kind of like they're not OnlyFans material, but they're not YouTube material either. They're things that like they'll either get reported on YouTube or I'll get demonetized on YouTube, but they can quite easily go on to Patreon because they're not like, they don't constitute as OnlyFans, if that makes sense. I also have my OnlyFans and my paid Snapchat as well, but that is obviously like, if you want that kind of stuff. But I do have the Patreon and the eBay store, and I just wanted to sort of set those up as well, and I'm super excited about those because I really just need to like, you know, get rid of things that I have. Like if you see my last video about the stuff I've had in storage, yeah, like there's no point for me to have this. It's stuff I've been meaning to do for like years and years and years. I've just been busy doing other things that I haven't had time to do that, but I've had time to kind of do this. I mean, even cleaning out the linen cupboard, like it's just something really small and I should be on top of it, but it's just kind of like you never just get around to it kind of thing. But I'm so excited. I love that Cameo. This here was Mistress Lexi. She came here for Christmas. You would have seen I did a vlog. If you haven't, I'll link that in below, the vlog of her and I. But we're like two stooges. And I'm so happy because for me, it's really hard to find girlfriends because there's a lot of judgment in the occupation that I used to have. And if you've been like a stripper, topless waitress, a promo girl, like you kind of all get each other, like, you know what I mean? If you kind of in this little group and you get it, like you understand. And when you're like not in that business at all, it's really, really hard, I have found, to make friends who have never been in this side of life ever in their life. So it can be kind of like lonely as well. So I really, really miss having like girlfriends around and stuff. And so when like Mistress Lexi and I, like, she comes out or I see her, it's like, oh my God, because we just get each other. We're just the same. And then I have guy friends, right? Because I get along so well with guys, and I've always been the same, like being a sporty tomboy, I get along really well with guys. But then what happens is guys will get a girlfriend or get engaged or whatever, and then they suddenly just don't speak to you anymore, because usually their girlfriend or whatever is kind of, they get jealous or they get intimidated, or the guy just doesn't even want to go there, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't even want to instigate any kind of like jealousy or conflict or anything like that. So I've had so many guy friends, like straight ones, like suddenly like, you're your friend, like you hang out with them all the time, and you're just friends, right? You just make, like, because I get along so well with guys, and because I'm kind of like a tomboy, and like nothing physical at all, like ever. And it's just like that thing that once they get a girlfriend or something serious goes on, that they just kind of, you don't hear from them ever again. So I always had like loads of gay guy friends, because they would never try and hit on me. They were always there. They were like having a girlfriend and a guy at the same time, because having girlfriends that are not in this business at all, or have never been or don't know anyone, like it's really, really hard to develop friendships with them, because they're so judgmental about it, like so super judgmental. So I'm so excited to have bumped into this like girlfriend that I know. It's like super fun, and we're gonna like hopefully go for a walk and a coffee on Tuesday, so that'd be really good. And I'm just gonna enjoy my cocoa. Oh, it's really hot. So you can make this as well if you want, like coconut milk, coconut cream, or whatever. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know my exciting day. I haven't put the things on yet, but I've actually, in the boxes I pulled out two leather things, a leather jacket that I've only worn once, and I've had it for so long. It's really, really cool. Like, it's like, I got it ages ago, and it was probably a bit too out there for what, like, actually I still think it's kind of out there, and now I don't know if I would wear it or not. But I got it going, oh my gosh, I love it, it's so cool. And then I thought, this is like a little out there for anything like I would ever wear it to. But I found in there, it's like got like some, it's got like a white color over the top of it. So some of it has got kind of, it looks a little distressed now, but I actually prefer it in the distressed look. And this brown leather dress, it's vintage, and oh my gosh, I love this dress. I hope it still fits me, because I have gained a little bit of weight. I've probably got up a dress size since I brought that and I wore it last. But I've put them in the bathroom and I've conditioned them both, just with, you know, the leather conditioner and waterproofer and stuff. And so they'll be out to dry for a little bit. But I'll go show you after this. But I've made for dinner, super easy. I just threw it in a pan, some mushrooms I had in the fridge, some tofu and some spinach with some vegetarian, what is it, like the vegetarian seasoning stuff. So this is this dress. It doesn't even have a label on it. It's vintage something, but I absolutely love this dress. It zips down, and also, does it zip up? No, it doesn't zip, but it zips, and it's got these, I don't know, like the shoulders are kind of a little bit bat wing, but not. It's 80s, I'm sure it's 80s. Oh my gosh, I'll show you a photo of what it's like on. I love that dress. And this is the Rockaware. It's not vintage. Probably 10 years. No, 15 years. Who made Rockaware? But yeah, it's kind of like, when I got it, I thought, oh, that's so cool. And I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of not a white, it's like a pearly ivory color. I've sprayed some stuff on there. That's kind of all come off now. It's conditioning. A favorite from mine since I was super young, and that's just Granny Smith apples with cheese. I know it's like children's food, but you know, it tastes good. Good combo, guys. got some tomatoes, carrots and spinach with some hummus I made. Another super chilly day. So I'm getting out. I needed to go take some soft plastics down, and oh, I need Febreze. So yeah, like that op shop smell is like driving me nuts, and like the coffee cups and soft plastics and things like now, because like the sustainable stuff isn't as plentiful, I'm still like holding on to everything and making sure I am getting rid of everything in a recyclable way, like my cups I'm holding. So I really admire those places like in Europe, and everyone in winter is so fashionable in beautiful coats and furs and things, and in Sydney and stuff, we're just like, come winter time, we're the biggest dags. Yeah, so the Aldi store where I get my hummus from is shut for fumigation, so I'm just going for a walk instead. I was really craving hummus. I can get it somewhere else though, but I like their one. So I just bumped into, you know, like you probably don't know, but there are these 3 Dalmatians in Sydney, and they're a little bit like famous, Instagram famous. I'm going to put a photo in here, but I just saw them. They're so cute. Beautiful dogs, and a bit of my Cruella. Yeah, so it's kind of still got that odor about it, but all of the wax and everything has dried. It's just airing out in here for just a little longer. If you watched my last video, well, not last video, a few videos before about unpacking the stuff, I realized that I had the op shop smell because I do buy vintage clothing, right? And I had some furs in there. I had a leather coat, which I'm going to show you in this video. But FYI, in case you watched that video, it is not advisable to store like furs or anything inside plastic. And I've got it currently in a plastic suitcase because it's like molting and shedding, because when it was in storage it was overheating and it's giving me bad allergies, so that's why it's in that suitcase. But like the smell, I need to like air out this leather coat, which you're going to see in this like video as well. If you like this video, I'm going to end this video with my nighttime evening routine, which is like my cleanse, my scrub, or everywhere I'll show you. And yeah, I'm just gonna, when I was down, because of that leather jacket, there wasn't much in the way, like I could have sprayed the jacket and the furs and stuff, but that's just like temporary. I need something to like absorb the odor from the coat and whatever, especially because like storing fur and whatnot is not suitable in plastic, but I've got it in there because I'm selling them and I don't want them to cause me any more allergies than what they have done. So instead of like spraying them, I need something to absorb it, like charcoal or something. So I've got this, and I got this from Scent Australia. This is not a sponsorship or anything. These were $20 and it's just wood, and you're meant to like use it as an oil diffuser. So you put the oil in there. It's really good. It's not good for bigger spaces or anything, but if you have a confined space, I find that it works quite well. You know, you don't have to, no heat or electricity or anything. So what I've done is I've put some eucalyptus oil inside here, and eucalyptus is antibacterial, and so it will reduce, you know, germs, but as well as eliminate odors. It's kind of refreshing and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this inside the suitcase with those garments, and hopefully this will help to neutralize and remove those odors. Now the leather jacket, on the other hand, I'm hoping that if I just air it out, which it is still airing, that eventually the odor will go away, because I think it was just because it is vintage and it was in storage for like 4 years, more than 4 years. So I'm hoping it's just because it's just been like compacted in, and you know, it is old. God love her. She looks like she's from like the 70s or 80s. But anyway, hope you like this video, and we'll see you again next time. Currently I'm uploading every single day during ISO, give or take here a day or two, because if I do, it's like because I'm uploading to some of my other channels like my Patreon or, you know, my OnlyFans or some other things like that too. But anyway, stay safe, stay sane. We'll get through this, guys. Bye.